Okay, hello again. Right, let's bring that back a bit. Okay, right. It's like been like Christmas here today. Oh, I said I was expecting like the OM1 Mark II and the Lumix G9 Mark II to come on the end of the week. Well, they've actually come today. Everything's come today. So I'm gonna just show you them in another video, but I wanted to do this one first because although I've gone to Micro Four Thirds, I'm not giving up on what I'm giving up on is Nikon. Apart from my 500 PF and Z52, they're staying, but I'm giving up on the Z system apart from that and going to Micro Four Thirds. But I'm not giving up entirely on full frame. I'm still going to have something of full frame. I don't know whether I'm going to have one or two cameras, but the first one's arrived and is in this box. And I was really dithering about this. Now, with it came the 2260 f3.5 to 5.6, which by all accounts is an extremely good lens. And I didn't know whether to go for this or not. I liked the form factor. And if you've seen any of my previous videos where I had the Sigma FP and the FPL, and I like unusual cameras and I like that kind of format. The problem with Sigma was those cameras fell down in so many other areas that kind of didn't make them really that viable. But Lumix have changed that. And here we go. The Lumix S9 in blue. So yeah, this is, and I really didn't know whether to go for this camera or not, but I did like the form factor. And this is an unboxing of it. I really wasn't 100% sure. Actually, feeling it in the hand just by opening the box has made me convinced I've made the right choice. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's nice. I have bought a grip because I wouldn't hold it like that. Actually, it's a bit heavier than I thought. It actually feels like much better quality. You know, I read a lot of reviews, and what was putting me off was that people were saying it's not very well built, and it's very lightweight. Well, actually, it's got a nice bit of heft to it. And the buttons, they are plasticky, but they're no worse than what I've seen on other cameras. So, yeah, no, I'm actually very happy with it. I really just like the form factor. I like these. I don't care that it's not got a viewfinder. That doesn't bother me. I've got my other cameras for viewfinders. But this is just going to be something, just for something different and for something light to carry around. And I may take this with me to Africa. I like this LUT thing. I'm going to be interested in trying that out. As I say, I'm not going to do a review on it because there's loads of them out there. I do like the blue. I kind of preferred that to the green and the red. They both look nice, but yeah, I think the blue. And I've already bought skin for the rest of it. So, yeah, because I do like, as some of you might know, I like putting these skins on these cameras. It just adds a little bit more character. But I like the fact that they've, you know, done a different colour to this, and you know, it's stabilised, so it's, yeah, I'm really pleased. It's stabilised, it's got the same sensor as a S5 Mark II, so you know you're getting great image quality. I have bought another lens for it, the Sigma, one of the I series lenses, which will be ideal for this camera. So this will be something nice as a small carry around. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with this. This is fine. I did look at the colours. The red is maybe a bit too bright. The green looked nice, but I just kind of preferred the blue overall. So yeah, this all, you know, so I'm not giving up on full frame. This is going to be, whether I'll add as an S5 or not, I haven't quite made my mind up. But again, you know, you can register this with Panasonic and you get an extra 5-year warranty. When you look at these on eBay, the people are selling them for more, so some people anyway, are selling them more than what Panasonic. This cost me £900 with the lens, $8.99. They had a deal on, and it was $909. It was $8.90. They had an extra. They were $9.99 with an extra £100 off as a deal. So it was $8.99 whether you had this lens or not. So you might as well have just bought it with the lens. Because even if you sell that for like 150 quid or what, they don't go for a lot. But that makes the lens, the camera body about £650, or £750 rather, which is, well, 750 quid for any full frame camera is a bargain. So yeah, I mean, you'd be silly not to. You'd be silly not to. So I went ahead. Now I'm glad I have. It actually feels a lot better than some of the reviews tended to be saying. It's like plasticky. It doesn't feel plasticky at all. Actually, it feels like a nice bit of weight. This is all metal up here, I believe, or it's the tough plastic at least. You know, it doesn't feel. No, it feels fine. So I'm very pleased with this. Nice little camera to wander around with. Yeah, so it's going to keep me in the full frame. And this Lumix Lab, which I've downloaded on which will be interesting. Register that, because the thing is, what people have to remember, when you buy something on eBay, you've got no warranty with it. So if anything goes wrong, then you're knackered. At least by buying it, and when it's just as cheap to buy it new. But some people don't look around, and what makes me laugh is I think some people, some of these sellers on eBay have bought it maybe when it first came out, so they paid the top whack, the £1,500 or whatever it was, and now they're trying to claw as much as their money back. But what they're not realising is that if they look at Panasonic's website, you can actually get them brand new for cheaper than what they're selling them. And then they wonder why they can't sell them. I don't think people always really study or appreciate what their cameras have depreciated in value. Which is, when I sell my stuff on eBay, I always look around and compare and see what things are going for, and then try and put the appropriate price on there in order to sell it. But you've got to be realistic. So what I'm probably going to do is buy an old S5, because they are dirt cheap now. And I had the S5 when I went to Kenya, and I got some really good results. I was so pleased with some of those images that I got from that. So I may well add that rather than get the latest. I've got the latest with my Micro Four Thirds. I don't need the latest for the full frame. I just want something that's competent. And the S5 produces wonderful images, but they're relatively cheap now. And I like Lumix. I like Panasonic cameras. I always have done. And I've kind of always missed them. And, you know, with Micro Four Thirds, as I've said before, with the array of lenses, you can't go wrong. Anyway, I should do the video in a little bit of the Olympus, and which has all arrived today. I wasn't expecting it. So till the next one.